Welcome to the Aquatico Zephyriuzov, the Come In, the Water's Fine podcast. Today, on our first episode, Behind the Sound, a deep dive into music production, will be our first topic, subject matter for today's episode. We're going to explore the creative process behind producing top charting music, breaking down the steps for conception to the final mastering, share tips, techniques, and insider stories from your experience. Yours being mine's and mine's being yours, our experience. All right, well, we're going to get to it. Episode 1, Behind the Sound, a deep dive into music production. Welcome to another episode of, the first episode. Aquatico Zephyriuzov presents the Come in the Water's Fine podcast. I'm your host, Aquatico Zephyriuzov, and today we're taking you behind the sound. We're diving deep into the music production process. From that first spark of inspiration to the final polished track, whether you're an aspiring producer or just curious about how music magic happens, you're in for a treat. So let's get into it. Main segment we're getting to. Music production starts with an idea, but turning that idea into a full-blown track requires both creative and technical skills. I always begin by exploring the overall vibe I want to create. Are we going for an emotional ballad or something that makes you want to get up and dance? Once the concept is clear, I lay down a simple melody or beat as a foundation. Next comes layering. This is where I bring in different instruments, samples, and vocals. Each layer adds complexity and emotion to the track. But here's the thing, knowing when not to add more is just as important as knowing when to add. Simplicity can be powerful. After recording, we move on to the mixing phase. It's all about finding the right balance, adjusting levels, panning, and adding effects to make sure every sound shines through. Finally, mastering brings it all together. This is where we make the track sound crisp and cohesive across all devices. Now we are going to our closing thoughts for today's episode of episode 1, our first episode. So whether you're producing in a high-end studio or a home setup, the key is to stay true to your vision and refine it with precision. Thanks for joining me on this behind the scenes look at the world of music production. Until next time, stay creative and keep making sound waves.